We're very fortunate to have Agatha here tonight, what with her busy schedule, speaking at carnivals and mall openings. She was only able to be with us because Desperate Housewives of Duxbury has gone off the air. She's here to say a few words and sign a few copies of her latest book, Deader Than a Doornail. We at the library have always been proud to carry Agatha Mysteries, along with a fine selection of sleazy romances, including Jack the Bodice Ripper. Last year's bestseller, When Bad Dogs Meet Good People, and when not checked out, the finest in obscure fiction, Women Who Overanalyze Too Much. Into VHS tapes and now carry Justin Bieber's Do-It-Yourself Tattoo Kit. But enough about the library. We're here to welcome our special guest, and I am personally thrilled. I haven't been this excited since we came off the Dewey Decimal card system. Oh my goodness. Excuse me for a moment. I'm just going to take a pill. Oh. So without further ado, I'd like to welcome...
Without further ado, Madam Librarian, that simply won't do it all. I think the fine folks here at Bridgewater would want to know...
Pembroke.
What is it?
It's Pembroke. No, Pembroke. Pembroke, yes.
Oh,
Pembroke.
I don't think you realize the importance of this remarkable woman, Agatha Mystery. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Dell Doubleday, publisher in Plausible Mysteries, a division of raunchy romances and fast-fetched fiction, and this mystery publisher since 1967. Many of you don't realize that Agatha, though she's not ever had any formal schooling, preferring to educate herself by going and working at the circus, has become the foremost mystery writer in all of America. In fact, since her first book, Killed to Death, she sold more books than Jim came out of Encyclopedia Britannica, and anything with the word dummies in the title combined. Her latest book, Deader Than a Doornail by Plausible Mysteries, just topped the New York Times and the Pembroke Express bestseller list. It's also about to become a 13-part miniseries that's going to simultaneously air on Netflix as well as PAC TV. And it's going to be the music video. It's going to be starring those boys that are all heading in one direction. And it's about to feature prominently in an ad campaign for Ace Hardware by Doornails. That was not an easy sale, I don't mind telling you. So everybody, please, praise those glasses. It's a fabulous.
Hold on a minute there, Doubleday. Hold on. I would like to take a moment to salute this fine lady of mystery with without her books, I would never be the well-to-do bookseller and devastatingly handsome man that I am. I'd just like to introduce myself. I'm Dalton B. Walden, owner of Pembroke's only clothing-optional combination bookstore and singles club. It's called Bound to Please, and I'm sure you've heard of it. Anyway, I did want to mention, though, that if any of you read anything in the Pembroke police log about Bound to Please, I want to assure you it's all a vicious pack of scandalous lies, and my attorneys are looking into it as we speak. What can I say about Aggie? We met many years ago. I'm trying to think. I believe it was on that popular television show, The Mating Game. I immediately fell for Aggie. Her voice, her figure, yes. Her lines, her dialogue, and even her income. So anyway, it's kind of interesting though. I've never actually managed to finish one of her books because of the vividly explicit sex scenes. However, I did manage to get through her slim volume of poetry titled Cool to the Touch, Reflections from the Morgue. So, without your support and your encouragement, I never would have had that little adult section in my bookstore and made such a big killing. So I salute you.
Hey, not so fast, Book Roy. I have a few things I'd like to say about our guest of honor tonight. I'm Paige Turner, in case you don't know who I am. I'm a part-time book critic for People Magazine, Watchtower, TMZ Online, a couple of others. Now, I know my reviews of Agatha's books haven't been all warm and fuzzy, but actually more borderline nasty and downright vicious. But I do respect her unique command of the English language and her speed typing skill. As a matter of fact, she has this uncanny knack for being able to get a book out a lot faster than it takes to get through the lights in Pembroke Center. Now, I once reviewed her most popular book, Blood All Over Everything, and I won a Pulitzer Prize for it. Kudos to me. Oh my God. They still sell Boone's Farm? Ugh. Anyway, I am really happy that I won that prize money because I needed it to help pay for those ridiculous slander suits that were brought against me. And I have Agatha to thank for all of that. Now, I'm really anxious to read her latest book, Deader Than a Doornail, as soon as the condensed version comes out in the Pembroke Mariner. And now I welcome and I salute you.
To a goddess, to a gifted genius, no, to a true colleague and peer. That's what you are, Agatha, a true colleague and peer. Oh, hello everyone. I'm so sorry I forgot to introduce myself. I am Alexa Dynasty. Thank you. I see my publicist sent you in here. Thank you so much. I am the star of the stage, the screen, and the occasional trashy miniseries. And if it were not for Agatha Mystery and her latest novel, Deader Than a Doornail, I would not have my next starring role in yet another miniseries. I will be playing Nancy Drew, Valley Girl detective. I will admit I have not actually read the book. I am not really a big reader. In fact, this is my first time in a library. It's really kind of nice. But my fourth husband, Rocky, he tells me it is fabulous. In fact, it has all the makings of a blockbuster. It's got a gruesome murder. It has gratuitous sex. It has graphic violence and an absolutely awesome food fight. And the philandering husband, he gets his just desserts in the end with a Cuisinart. I'm telling you, there's going to be more screams than anything you could ever imagine in one of those rinky-dink 3D teenage Scream Fest movies that you had out in the theater last week. So without further ado,
We all want to add a word of thanks, Miss Dynasty. We all want to add a word of thanks. No one more so than I, Ron Fonzo, mayor of this fine hamlet of Pembroke. And soon to be governor. I hope so. Well, I haven't had the pleasure of meeting Miss Mystery. I'm not really familiar with her fine literature. I join all of you, my good constituents, in being thrilled to honor both Miss Mystery, and this wonderful library. Sort of like killing two birds with one stone, as someone in your line of work might say, Miss Mystery. Well, we're all grateful for the support we're getting here this evening. We hope that you will come back to the library often and patronize this fine institution filled with lots of great books, including the sports book. Well,
Without further ado, Miss Mystery, please come up. I have a citation here I'd like to present to you. Please join me. Be it hereby known to all that the great city of Pembroke offers its sincerest congratulations to Agatha Mystery in recognition of her outstanding achievement in the art. Here's to Agatha Mystery. Election day. Cheers!
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'm glad to see your political aspirations have yet to get in the way of your superficial personality. Yet, you have made quite a stereotype for one of my latest characters. I thank you for that. And Alexa, darling, good to see you this evening.
Thank you. It's good to
It's
see you.
amazing to see what the special effects department has done with your face. Little Botox, little injection, couple implants. And Paige, hell, if it weren't for you, the town of Pembroke wouldn't be paying for a hazardous waste day on April 12th, now would they, Mayor?
Goodness.
And Dalton, my pet. Hi. How are you?
I'm good.
I completely relate with your stomach problems, believe me. I've been nothing but queasy since that last kiss, the Christmas tree lighting ceremony downtown, green down here. And Dell. Just a minute. Well, what's to say that already hasn't been reported negatively about you? By TMZ, Extra, US Weekly, People Magazine? Shall I continue?
No.
Are you sure? Okay. And sixth but not least, lot of books. My personal good luck charm and my longtime BFF.
There.
I'll be grateful for this dazzling soiree when I'm 6 feet under. Or maybe cremated. It's a lot more dark now, isn't it? Oh, tickets, lots of tickets. Somebody might have a problem. But I thank you all for coming tonight. You've been most hospitable. And I thank you for this lovely award. Though I have forgotten my glasses, that is quite embarrassing. What's that? Oh, I do have them on. Well, it is so nicely written and colorful. I'm sure it says wonderful things about me. I am very excited to be here tonight, though. It is a glorious break in my whirlwind publicity tour, you see. It has been absolutely exhausting. It's had Ellen on Monday, Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous on Tuesday. They do know how to live, you know. Jimmy Fallon on Wednesday. On Wednesday. I'm sorry, it's just running into each other. A book signing in San Quentin on Thursday. Tough crowd there, though they are my idols. And now here I am in this picturesque town of Pembroke. And there's my newest book. Here, Deader Than a Hangnail.
Doornail.
What's that?
Deader than a doornail.
Doornail. Should have known that. Anyway, it's very near and dear to my heart because it deals with a subject matter that I feel so strongly about, murder. Because let's face it, if it weren't for murder, what would be left for readers like yourselves than those dreadful blockbusters like 50 Shades of Grey? Don't you all break eye contact like you haven't read it, or all three for that matter. Dell, please. I read it with my Kindle, nobody would know. Or let's see, Harry Potter books, or those little black and yellow how-to books, Sex for Dummies. So, really, let's not toast to me, but let's just chug back the rest of our wine. And a salute to my real employer, murder in the first degree. Good night.
Well, wasn't that special?
Yeah, let me see this.
We're going to take a little break now while Agatha autographs some of her books. I do see we have some interesting drinks over there. I see a pungent Chateau Feature Rothschildren, a saucy Carlo Ripple, a box of Ernestina and Julia Gallo, and a jug of Boone's Farm watermelon wine that we confiscated from today's middle school field trip. Feel free to help yourself. And of course, please avail yourself of the Friends of the Library raffle tickets. Enjoy.
Agatha, what happened? Oh my God, Agatha, someone call the police! Call the police! Oh my gosh, this is terrible. 1 minute she was sitting there signing happy faces, and the next minute she's deader than a doornail. Oh, this is dreadful. Oh, this was I mean, her best book ever. Now we'll never be able to make enough money to get the 2 new books we wanted for the library. Oh, this is the worst thing to happen in Pembroke since the town hall burned down. Oh, goodness gracious. Let's see, let me just fix you a little bit.
Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Looks to me like she's been tortured. Yes. Oh my goodness. Look at here. Her fingertips are all blue. Oh God, oh no. Oh my God, that wine she was drinking all night, there could have been anything in that. Oh. And the way she's laying there so unattractively, she wouldn't be caught dead looking like that. Oh, Lord. What is this book that she grabbed out of her bag? There's another one over here she knocked over. What is this? Is she trying to tell us something? And this one, it looks like some tawdry Nancy Drew. Oh, God. We have been her publisher for decades. Decades! And had hoped to work with her for a long time to come. But now everything's changed. Everything's changed for us. It's awful. On the other hand, this unfortunate incident could guarantee a long run on the bestseller list for Death in a Doornail by Roswell Mysteries. But all of this is giving me a splitting headache.
Bestseller list. Bestseller list. How can you even think of the bestseller list at a time like this? A great woman, an exquisite beauty lies dead on the floor, and all you can think about is the bestseller list. Agatha and I were very close, very close. We had a big secret, as a matter of fact, that we were about to reveal. She wanted us to wait until after the book had been released. We were to be married next month. But poison
Rigor mortis, she's moving, rigor mortis.
She is moving. No. But if she was so poisoned as you so quickly suggest, then that means that someone in this room is a murderer. I can't believe it. My hopes, my dreams, my financial future lie here instead in such an unladylike manner. Oh. I need my pills. Oh, that's actually not my pills. Here are my pills.
So I guess it's jack up the price time. Hey, Waldo? You know, you get a dead best-selling author equals bigger bucks for Book Boy. Deader than a doornail, all right. You know, I once saw this detective show on TV where this chick was sitting by the pool and she's drinking a, I don't know, banana martini that had been laced with some rare tropical poison. All of a sudden, bam! Her lights went out faster than Pembroke's power in a snowstorm. Now, any one of the Jimmooks up here could have put stuff like that in Agatha's drink, while those meaningless, insensitive testimonials dragged on for what seemed like forever. But don't look at me. Look at Mom. I had no reason to bump her off. matter of fact, it's kind of like a sister to me. But hey, I keep it hanging around here all night. I have a major front page headline to write. Agatha Mystery's Final Mystery. A real whodunit. OMG. This could be my ticket out of writing reviews for those hideous homemade YouTube videos. And Justin Bieber concerts. And Miley Cyrus twerking contests. Oh man. This is going to be a wicked long night. I need some noodles.
Oh my God, she really is dead. Deader than a doornail. I hope this doesn't mean the miniseries has been canceled. Did I say that out loud? Don't get me wrong, I really am sorry. She's dead. But this could be good. The miniseries continues. Book sales will shoot through the roof. Things will all do well. And you know, it's not even so bad for her. She gets a break too. No more liposuction, Botox, or anything. Those pheromones are forever held in time. She's frozen. But don't get me wrong. Whoever did this must be caught. Tortured even. Think about that, cutie. Torture.
Oh, yeah.
Executed. Glad I didn't drink this, well, as we say in Jersey, crap. Quite frankly, I only drink Hoboken geyser water. I have my standards. The body keeps moving, it's freaking me out, I'm telling you. I don't do dead people. Have you heard that one? I don't do dead people. But regardless, it's giving me a flippin' anxiety attack, so I'm gonna just take my Valiums. Anybody got any coffee?
Your attention, everyone. Your attention, everyone. I'm Mayor Ron Bonzo. I'm here to save the day. Don't worry, remain calm. I'm going to do everything in my power to hush this up. After all, how would it look? I can see the headlines in the National Enquirer, the Patriot Ledger. Designer City of Pembroke, host to deadly murder. Or fine, upstanding mayor caught in same room with dead body. Not good. Not good at all. I prefer to think of this as a small, infinitesimal point in the otherwise fine history of this great community. Also because I think I'll have a much better chance to be your next governor. Oh, I see our chief of police has arrived. Chief, we seem to have a bit of a situation here.
All right, everybody, calm down and be quiet. This is a library. This is the library. Everybody but you, Mr. Governor.
Good to see you, Chief.
I'm from the government and I'm here to help. So, what do we have here?
She's dead, Chief.
Are you sure she's dead and just not bored from the outdated books in this library? No, she's deader than a doornail.
Well, while the chief gets to work, I just want to put all of you, your minds to rest, that I, Mayor Ron Bonzo, am here and everything is under control. And after all, I think Agatha would have wanted to end her career the way she started, with a murder mystery. Anybody want a breath mint?
Mr. Mayor, I think I have a detective in town just for this special occasion. He's on loan from the French Sûreté. Inspector Trousseau, I think he was in the English book thinking they were foreign. Inspector, are you in the house?
Yes, I am.
Would you please come front and center?
Bonsoir, bonsoir. Madame, monsieur. Madame, monsieur. Chief Inspector Trousseau reporting. I am proud to be a member of the Pembroke Police Department, and rest assured, my friend, this case will be solved.
This case will be solved?
Solved.
I need it solved.
Oui,
This
monsieur.
case is vital to the future of my career if I ever want to be the Inspector General under Governor Bonzo.
Yes, Chief. I have taken the liberty of having your men secure the building, and I'm asking all of you to remain in the area until I complete my investigation. Oh, is this person ill?
Dead.
Yes, of course, I knew that. I can tell by peekaboo, dead person. Yes, I can tell by the color of her lips and by her blue fingertips that she has been poisoned. With what, I am not sure. However, the mayor and the chief are correct. You can just sit there, enjoy yourselves, relax, and sit back. And meanwhile, I will conduct my investigation, and when I am finished, you can look around the area for some clues and see if there's anything that may have escaped my trained eye.
Would you help me move the body, please?
I suppose.
I'm in charge. It's okay. Oh, yep. Okay. Very good. Very good, Chief. Okay. You do that. Okay. Excellent. Good. Thanks, son.
Crime scene! Crime scene!
Just one more thing, Chief. We could this is what's good on my Facebook page.
Selfie! Selfie!
Attention everyone, I am now going to conduct an investigation, and I'm going to be quizzing all of the members up here. And we'll start off with Agatha Mystery. Oh. Well, we'll just cross that one off. Lot of books? Ah, Miss Books. You are?
I am Lotta Books, the spinster librarian.
Ah, that's right. Last name is Books. We're in the library. Madame, you are the librarian.
It is true, I am.
Now we're getting somewhere.
Oh, Inspector, it's all my fault that this happened. If I hadn't invited her to be here tonight, she'd still be alive. But now she's dead. In my own library. And you're saying one of us is the murderer? Well, it couldn't be me, Inspector. Agatha and I go a long, long way back. You see, back in some of her earlier books, I helped her with little things like I corrected her grammar, I created her characters, I developed her plot lines, little things like that. You see, Agatha and I were both born at the South Shore Hospital on the 6th day of the 6th month, and have always considered 6 to be our lucky number. Are you really sure she was murdered? Do you think the book on politics is a posthumous clue? Maybe she wasn't murdered. Agatha once wrote a book about a woman who committed suicide in front of her friends to embarrass them. Maybe she was living a secret life and couldn't go on living a bogus lie, like in her book, Murder by Suicide. Or maybe we're way off track. Maybe she tripped.
Thank you, madame. Monsieur Del Doubleday.
Present!
Ah, monsieur. I just got off the phone.
The what?
The phone. Yes, the phone. That is what I said. With your assistant, And he informs me that the deceased was about to leave your company to another publishing house. Is that true?
Damn that man. Well, it's back to the typing pool for her. All right. Yes, it's true. She was thinking of taking her next bestseller to our biggest publishing competitor, Print Pimps Publishing. But I didn't kill her because of it. We've got other people in plausible books. We've got Cher's plastic surgeon. You know her entire face is made of latex. Also, we've got the head of Justin Bieber's hair engineer team, as well as lots of other forms of income. So we don't need her, thank you very much. We still have our vast real estate holdings. Thank you, Real Estate Rocks. And we also have our subsidiary business, that hot dog vending cart in front of the herring run. So we don't need her. No, I did not unplug her typewriter. I may spill a little ink now and then, but I don't spill blood.
Thank you, monsieur. Monsieur Dalton Walden? Mr. Walden? Monsieur Walden? You are the owner of the bookstore.
That is correct.
According to my notes, you were engaged to the deceased.
I was.
And was there any trouble in paradise, or a little cold feet maybe?
Trouble in paradise. How very literary of you, sir. I will admit that Agatha and I had had a little bit of rocky time lately. Well, all right. Yesterday, we had just finished one of our unusually passionate unions, and she became enraged. She said all these crazy things that made no sense. She told me she didn't love me anymore. She told me she had met someone else, and she was just waiting for him to be divorced so that she could marry him, and that she never wanted to see me again. I thought it was ridiculous. She was always saying crazy things like that. One of the things that was very disturbing is she had traded in her engagement ring for a set of bigger augmentations. But you know how moody this lovely beauty could be. Anyway, did I close the cover on her last chapter? No, I loved her. It's over.
Thank you, monsieur. I wish to speak to a page turner.
Yeah, right here.
May I inquire about your profession? No, let me rephrase that. Your line of work?
I'm a book critic. Well, wait a minute. I'm a Pulitzer Prize winning book.
Well, I understand from my expert detective work that you were not exactly overcome with grief at the passing of the deceased. I found it quite strange that maybe you were not, as they say in Pembroke, more choked up over the death of your twin sister.
Oh, brilliant, Frenchie. Yeah, we were twins. Identical. Hard to tell, isn't it? Nope. It's amazing what a lot of money and a lot of plastic surgery can do. Not to mention a dye job and a sexy pair of stilettos. You know, I have to tell you, Detective Fifi.
Chief Inspector.
Yeah, what else? Everybody despises that old hack. But I'm the only one in this room full of hypocrites that's honest enough to admit it. And I'll tell you why I hated her. See, when we were born, she came out first. So my parents always loved her more. They gave her all the attention, everything. I was like a runner-up, or a second fiddle. For example, when we were turning 7, we asked for a doll for our birthday. No big deal. Agatha got the Barbie doll. I got the box that it came in. Agatha Agatha always got to shop at Copley Place. I got to scrounge around the dollar store. Oh, and then when we were getting older, we wanted to have some corrective rhinoplasty. Well, my parents spent through the nose to make sure that Agatha got the Angelina Jolie, while I got stuck with what I unaffectionately call the Miss Piggy. Oh yeah, she got everything. That's probably why she became rich and famous, and I ended up a critic. So yeah, Inspector.
Chief Inspector.
Chief Inspector. I was jealous. Yep, hated her guts. Nope, didn't write her obituary. Why would I? There's no money in it.
Thank you, Madame.
Yeah.
Horrible thing.
Madame Dynasty? Madame Dynasty?
Nice to meet you, I'm sure.
I wonder if I can ask you a few questions and you could assist me. Your testimony shows that you stated you barely knew the deceased.
It's true.
Yet I have it on good authority that you may have been bumped, and replaced by her.
Does anybody speak Spanish? I didn't take Spanish in high school. What is he saying? Oh, dumped! Alexa Dynasty is not dumped. I am a star. Nobody dumps me. But I know what you're talking about. That dead hussy over there, people were thinking she was going to run off with my fifth husband. Fifth? Fourth. Wait just a minute. Let's see. We've got Vinny, Pasquale. Oh, you're right. It was fourth. I'm sorry, fourth. There was a fifth. I had a little situation out in Vegas with an Elvis impersonator. Sorry. It happens. Don't laugh at me. Don't make fun. Don't judge. But regardless, that dead hussy over there was not going to go off with Rocky. Rocky was going to return to me. Of course, people may have thought something was going to happen when he bought her that deluxe Berry villa. Then he began to shower her with all sorts of baubles, but let me assure you, my baubles are bigger than her baubles. Of course, my baubles have distracted me. But Rocky would never actually go off with her. Again, a little misleading when they went down to the town hall and they got themselves a marriage license and blood work. Again, you might have thought something was going to happen. But no, Rocky would always, or was it Rambo? Wait, which one was that one? Rambo? Rocky.
Rocky.
Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I wear these rings just to remind them they are disposable. Regardless, Rocky was going to come back to me. He was loyal and true, and especially when he heard the news I had for him. I got him a part on The Bachelor. So write this down in your little Spanish dictionary. Alexa Dynasty is not ever dumped or duped or booped or whatever.
Thank you, Madame. Mayor Bonzo. Monsieur Bonzo? I must ask you a few questions. Routine, of course.
Oh, yes, of course. I'm happy to help.
I was surprised to learn that you actually were friendly with the deceased. But a little birdie told me that she may have been blackmailing you.
Blackmailing me? Blackmailing me? That is such an ugly word, Chief.
Chief Inspector.
Chief Inspector. More like inspiring me. Inspiring me to pay her some outrageous sums of money to keep quiet about my little problem in her next book.
Ooh.
So, what can I say? I hated wasting all that taxpayer money, but I had to buy those tickets. What could I do? I guess you could say I had a reason to put a little extra something in her wine glass. But it's not my fault. I mean, I know I have a problem. Every day, down at the Pembroke pantry, Scratching tickets, playing the Daily Dumper, playing Keno. I can't help it. I know. I have a problem. And I promise to you, my good constituents, I'm going to check myself in to the Betty Ford Lottery Clinic. Right after the Daily Dumper this weekend. But Chief Inspector, I didn't scratch Agatha's last ticket. You can bet on that.
Well, I believe that concludes all my questions. Now, let us review the case. The victim came in here and fell against the bookcase, grabbed a few books, and then stumbled to the floor. Whether she meant to grab this book on politics and open it to page 9, I'm not so sure. However, she did open this Nancy Drew from her bag and was reading it when she died. This case is most confusing. It reminds me of the time when manservant Cato, you all remember Cato, transformed my apartment into a Chinese nookie factory when he learned of my premature demise in the news. So attention everyone, I need your assistance. I want you to weigh all the facts, review the evidence, examine the crime scene, and decide who killed Agatha Mystery. And you can do that by filling out the police report by naming the murderer, the weapon, the motive, and how he or she, or it, depending on your persuasion, managed to accomplish this hideous crime. And when you finish the report, you may turn them over to my assistants.
Are we free to go?
I believe that we have a survey that will be collected in a little bit, but I am here to announce that the murderer is...
All right,
Attention everyone, attention everyone. Thank you for your assistance in helping solve the crime. And now, without further ado, the murderer is...
All right, I did it. I killed her.
Lord.
I was desperate. She was blackmailing me, too. Did you see that Nancy Drew book there on the floor? That was my book. I took it out a long time ago when I was a kid, but I kept it hidden because I liked it so much. Until Agatha found it. By then, I was a prominent and respected librarian. Agatha noticed right away that it was long overdue, and she knew exposure to the American Public Library Association would ruin me. The fine alone would wipe out my 401k. So I offered to pay her to keep it quiet. But it wasn't easy on a librarian's salary. So then she wanted more and more money. Money I didn't have. We don't make a lot of money on those used book sales put on by the Friends of the Pembroke Library. Then she suggested that perhaps I edit some of her unpublished mysteries. Well, it sounded easy, and I had no choice, really, so... Well, let me tell you, they were unreadable. Chicken scratch with margins. The woman was illiterate, or didn't you notice that she couldn't read her own book title or her own award? Well, yeah, what could I do? I started writing her books for her. Every month I wrote another book, and they all became runaway bestsellers for implausible mysteries. Well, you can only kill a person so many ways before you dry up. This last book, where the killer takes the Cuisinart to her husband, got real. I had to do something, so I set up this bogus fundraising book signing event so that I could write her final scene, her death scene. Well, you may have noticed that in the beginning, I took a tablet because I was so excited about introducing Agatha. Digitalis, of course. Perhaps you didn't notice that I took a tablet when everyone else did. No, I kept them all and I put them in her glass before she chugged a drink. And then when she bit the carpet, I decided to make it look like our dear Mayor Ron Bonzo over here did it. So I planted the book on politics and I planted the lottery ticket. So if you got the clues, 1, anybody that would be that upset about an overdue library book would be a librarian. 2, our friend here was illiterate and couldn't read her own book title or her own award. 3, the only weapon that could possibly have killed her was my digitalis. And 4, I'm the only person that helped Ron Bonzo pick up the lottery tickets he dropped and had the opportunity to actually keep one as a plant. Well, Inspector, I guess you're just going to have to throw the book at me.
Chief?
This is going to be a fabulous story. I would love to sign a book.
Oh, I'd love to have a book deal with
Good
you.
job,
too.
Inspector.
That would be fantastic.
Good job, Inspector.
Put that up.
My pleasure, Chief. Till we meet again.
I will be issuing trench coats to my detectives, and there'll probably be a star in it, of course, for me.
Ladies and gentlemen, our cast, one book for tomorrow. Bill Library, Kyle Hardy, Dalton B. Rogers, Dan Taylor, James Turner, Carol Clark, Warren Buffalo, Jeff Butler, Alexa Vansky, Steve Joel, Agatha Mystery, Kathleen McCarthy, the Chief, Adrian Wall, Inspector Control, Ed Thorne. All right, we had 31 correct answers. 31 correct answers.
So I guess we're done.
Excellent.
All right, so we're going to do a 50-50 drawing first.
I am not a crook.